And everything that happens, every interaction between you and your children filters through that. Does my father love me? Does my mother love me? And so there was a lot of thoughts in my head, why does dad love alcohol more than he loves me?
Wow.
Right? And so like you said, with everybody thinks that they're not good enough. So in my head, I thought, I'm not good enough because I can't make my dad love me more than he loves alcohol. But once I realized what was going on and the demons that he had after he passed away, I realized that he loved me more than anything else, but he just couldn't get past his demons that he had. So that was a question that always ran through my head of, does he actually love me? Like there's literally nothing that I can do to help him stop. And now I look back and I'm like, damn, if I could have a conversation with him now, I could probably help him. But at 15 years old, I don't think that I could.
So that was my next question.
Yeah.
At that time, you didn't have the knowledge, the skills, the courage. Yeah. You were not a man yet.
Yeah.
Today you're a man. What would you say to him? Like a man to man.
Yeah.
Not trying to convince him softly. What would you say? Like,
I think I would ask him how he's feeling. The one thing that I think that, or if he's happy. You know, I saw a quote the other day by Heath Ledger, and it said, people ask what our job is. They ask if we're married, if we have kids and hobbies, but nobody ever asks if we're happy. And I think if we sat down with more people and just said, hey, you know, honestly, are you happy right now? And just opened a conversation and allow somebody to be open and talk. I think that a lot of times people are so closed off, and we put up this mask, you know, this persona of being happy, or that success on Instagram, or whatever it is that that we act like we have. But nobody ever actually sits down and says, how are you? Are you happy? Is everything okay? And I think that when you can sit down with someone that's close to you and ask them that question to have a real deep conversation, I think that most people will probably open up and talk about the things that are troubling them. Because there's a lot of people that are struggling that just never have somebody ask them how they're doing. And I mean, you can see it in how many people commit suicide now, and suicide rates are so high. Men commit suicide 3 times more than women do. And so I think
what do you think is so?
I think it's because the mask I think that one of the biggest problems right now is gender roles, right? And I think that, you know, that men have to act this way, women have to act this way. And men can't cry. Yeah. We're not supposed to cry, right? I went and saw an amazing documentary, the new one that's about Mr. Rogers, Won't You Be My Neighbor? And I started crying and tried to make myself stop. And I was like, screw this. Why can I not cry inside of a movie theater because I'm a man, and I can look at my girlfriend right next to me and she's bawling her eyes out? Like, that's okay, but this isn't okay. So I think that number one, people don't ask each other how they're doing enough. And number two, it needs to be acceptable to not be okay. Mm-hmm. Like, you can wake up and not be okay sometimes. And it's okay not to be okay.
Not to be okay.
You don't have to wake up and put up pictures and act like you're okay, or, you know, go into work and act like you're okay. If you're not okay, tell someone that you're not okay. And I think that might be one of the reasons why men commit suicide so much, because there's too much pressure maybe, or they have to act a certain way and they can't show their emotions. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why men commit suicide so much.
Absolutely agree on this.